I've been looking forward to making this video for the last 2 or 3 weeks while I've been researching the subject and waiting for this particular coin to arrive. And there's no denying pandas make awesome and cute subjects for coins. This particular one is a little bit different from the regular pandas. It's a medal rather than a coin, and it's made by the Shanghai Mint. And it's a really, really awesome coin. I have to confess quite a big soft spot for this coin, even in comparison with some of the other awesome Chinese coins that I've been showing recently. This one is potentially the winner compared to even some of those coins. So let's look at this in a little bit more detail. There are 4 different versions or variants of this coin. There's 15 grams or 30 grams, and the 30 grams and the 15 have the same diameter, but the 30 grams is a pied fort, which is double the thickness. Mintages are 200 each for the brass and silver 30 grams, 2014 of the non-pied fort, which is 15 grams, and that's in silver. And then there are a few very special gold versions of this. There are 1 or 2 for sale at the moment, but there's a mintage of about 19 coins. And all the people who talk about these particular things say that this kind of edition is likely to have been the forerunner for the metric Panda, produced in 30 gram weight and other gram weights during 2016, and it was produced in 2014 by the Shanghai Mint. So now you know a little bit of the background about the baby panda. Let's get to what you're really waiting for, which is the unboxing. This particular one came from www.chinesemedals.com, which are based in Singapore, and they also have local delivery in the USA for a lot of their stock. As you can see, this is packaged really well, lots and lots of padding, arrived very quickly from Singapore, probably no more than about 4 or 5 days. There was no duty or costs or anything coming into the UK, and I even got this very nice little box of special hair preparation, which thankfully I probably don't need. So before I show you mine, let's take a look at some of the other variants. This is the beautiful 30 gram gold edition, which is very beautiful, totally awesome, and very limited mintage. And I wish I had one of those in my collection, but alas, I cannot afford at the moment the price that they want to charge for it. Here's an example of the silver 30 gram one, and this one is graded by NGC, and quite a few of these coins I expect will end up being graded because there's really only 200 of these coins, and they're already changing hands for something in the region of $400 and could easily climb higher than that at some stage according to demand. I think it's nice, and NGC do a good job with putting these coins in a slab. Particularly like the design at the back, kind of almost looking through into a garden full of bamboo. It's pretty nice. But we're slowly getting there and unpacking this beautiful coin, which took a long time, I have to say. This next little one is certainly not to be overlooked. It's not pied fort, it weighs 15 grams, and it is available at fairly low price, really, if you can find any at the moment, although they're mostly sold out. It's exactly the same thing in silver, 15 grams, but there's a higher mintage of these. There's 2014 minted. Comes with this very nice box. The box seems to be pretty similar for all of them in the edition, and I've got one of these on order, which I'll try and make a video for when it comes in and show you what they're like. So onward with the unboxing and unpackaging. I've never seen so many layers of a bubble wrap, but it was very well protected. The coin was in a separate pack to the box, which is kind of nice. I think the boxes are kind of standard and come with the COA, so we'll get a chance to look at that in a minute. I think that Shanghai Mint done a very good job with this. It's got a really nice modern kind of trendy box. The packaging design is actually really nice. One of the nicest ones I've seen. Makes a difference for the the sort of standard wooden box. It almost looks like a sort of a book that you open up, and then there's the hole for the coin. Because they all come in the plastic wrap, you generally find, I think, that the box and COA is separate from the actual coin, and then you can decide whether you want to put the coin into the packaging or leave it separate or grade it, but the coin is quite well protected. But I was very happy to see that, and I think that's a really nice thing, whether you have it graded or not, to actually keep the packaging and the COA separately and bubble wrap in good condition, so that if the coin is sold on, you can then pass on all the packaging in a really nice condition. So without further delay, let's take a look at the actual little coin that comes in this package. So just to refresh, this coin is made of brass. Brass is quite a good choice for this coin, although it's not a precious metal. Brass doesn't suffer the way silver does with white spots, and is quite a good choice if you want to have coins graded, because sometimes when you take them out the mint packaging, that's when they can potentially develop white spot according to environment and humidity and stuff. But the brass ones don't suffer in that way at all, so they're quite a good grading candidate. But this design is really simple. Reminds me of some of the older 1980s pandas. You get the outline of the panda, baby panda. It's just really simple and elegant and modern, and I have to say I really like this medal. I think that this is going to be in very high demand at some stage in the future, when people look to find the first metric kind of panda, and they look slightly older than 2016. This will be what they focus on as the prototype of the metric panda. So really nice. It's got a little bit of an echo of the 2008 panda design with the way it's done, but it's quite a good design. And if you can't, I mean, the ones which have the very limited mintage, like this brass one and the silver one, are quite expensive. But if you just want something which has this design on it, if you can find one of the silver 15-gram ones, they're literally something like $55 to $65, $70, including postage from China, and they're actually a really good way into this kind of medal collecting. And I think over the next few months there'll be a few of those still available before they all sell out. So all in all, very happy with this. Like the brass panda, maybe at some stage I'll get a silver one as well, but let me know what you think of the baby panda. Thank you all very much for watching.